A couple days ago, I was chatting with a friend on Instagram, of all places, and he was talking. He wanted to borrow one of my lenses, and he's a really, really good photographer. As a matter of fact, he's a great photographer, and he does weddings and portraits. And during our conversation, he mentioned that he's only got 3 more weddings to do this season, and he can't wait until wedding season is over. And I had a flashback. I became a professional photographer in 1981. I know that's a long time ago. And in 1981, I assisted actually 2 different professional photographers. I was like a second shooter on weddings, and they had me help them in the studio and things. And then in 1985, I started my own photography business. It was called Creative Edge Photography, and I was really proud. I got my tax resale certificate and all that federal government, registrations and everything I needed. And I was off doing my own photography. And I did my first wedding within weeks of getting all that paperwork. And the first wedding was a large wedding. She had 9 bridesmaids and 9 groomsmen in the wedding. And I worked my tail off. And I did a good job, if I do say so myself. And I did such a good job, 3 of the bridesmaids hired me to do their wedding. And I just started doing more and more weddings. And to give you some more background, I worked a real job at this time. I wasn't a full-time professional photographer. So every Saturday and sometimes on Friday, I would do a wedding, and then I'd work my other job. And it was becoming quite a burden. Now, back then we shot film, and I shot medium format film, and I didn't process color film myself, so I would have to shoot the wedding. Then I would have to take my film down to the place where I was getting the film processed and printed. I would get all the proofs together. Then I would number the proofs, go through all the negatives, organize everything, set up proof books. Then I'd have to visit the bride and groom, bring them their proof books. They'd decide on their prints. You know the routine, right? So I was doing all this. Every week I was doing another one and another one and another one. It was never ending. Now this thing I love, photography, started becoming a job and a burden. And I couldn't wait till I did my last wedding. And to tell you the truth, I really got burnt out in photography. And now that I'm kind of doing what I want, teaching photography, I found that I have the type of personality where I can't multitask. My wife is incredible. My wife could be writing a novel, reading a book, watching television, and baking cookies all at the same time. I can't do that. As a matter of fact, I get obsessed in just this single vision on doing what I'm doing. And what happens though, I easily burn out. My wife recognizes that, and she gets me to do other things that are enjoyable to me. Even just go out and take photos for myself instead of photos for work. And that helps me mentally. It helps me, center myself. So what my rant is here is to don't get so wrapped up in whatever business you're doing, but this is specific maybe to professional photographers, but really for anyone, don't get so wrapped up in it that you lose sight of what really makes you happy. When I was doing all those weddings, I lost sight of the fact that photography, just the simple fact of going out and taking photos, makes me happy. It became a burden, it became a job, I became burnt out at it, and I don't do weddings anymore. So, my friend, when he told me that, he couldn't wait for those weddings to be over, that kind of made me feel like it's starting to become a burden to him. So my advice to him and to anyone else is to do something else. If you enjoy bowling, go bowling. If you enjoy going to the park with your children, make sure you do that. If you just enjoy photography, but you like doing landscape photography or macro photography, or you like working on photo projects of your own, doing street photography, something for yourself, make sure you do that, because you don't want to ruin this love you have for photography because you made it a job. That's it. That's my rant. Just make sure that you enjoy yourself. We only get so many revolutions around this sun, and we really owe it to ourselves to make the best life possible for ourselves. What about you? Do you have a similar experience? Leave a comment below and let us know what happened or what your thoughts are on this. Also, do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that little bell so you get updates. Also, hit that like button. I really like it when you hit that like button. And I mentioned Instagram. Follow me over there on Instagram. I'm at Anthony Morganti on Instagram. Thanks everyone for watching my videos. I truly do appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.